Okay. Hello, and we are live from AMF Wantagh Lanes. This is John Baccio here for the girls bowling NSCHSGAA bowling semifinals. We have two matchups actively going on the screen on your left side. You'll be able to see the St. Mary's game. That game is between the St. Mary's girls and the St. John the Baptist girls. In those sides, the A team for St. Mary's, you've got Gail Lopez, Sam Araya, and Abby Sullivan. As for St. John the Baptist, he's got Julia Aaron, Lily Penfield, and Alex Martinez. As for the B, St. Mary's come up short. They're bowling 3 blinds, so that's going to be an automatic 300, as each blind is 100 points. As for the B team of St. John the Baptist, you've got Shay Wallace, Mia Santiago, and Mackenzie Petty. Those games actively going on. Currently, St. John the Baptist has 95 pins. St. Mary's has 79, so St. John the Baptist currently does have the advantage. Lily Penfield, the best bowler of the rest. She's got 35 pins right now. As for the Kellenberg versus St. Mary's game, that side is getting pretty intense. For the A teams, Kellenberg, you've got Chloe Horseman, Jenna Biscotti, Grace Pizzardi. And then as for Anthony's, you've got Nicola Tutonico, Shelby Reed, Liz Gallant. And that'll round out the A's. As for the B's, you've got Kellenberg with Riley Schneider, Emma Dolan, Kerry Callahan, and then St. Anthony's with Nicolina Johannesson, Sophia Kang, and Olivia Nader. Those are the two squads we got going on right now. For the A team of the second matchup, this Kellenberg St. Anthony's, currently Kellenberg is up 10 pins total. That is 135 to 125. The best bowler for St. Anthony's right now, currently with a 53. Excuse me. The best bowler for St. Anthony's right now, or excuse me, that is Kellenberg on the left side. The best bowler for Kellenberg is Riley Schneider. The best bowler for St. Anthony's on the A squad is Nicola Johannesson. Again, an intense matchup we've got going on here today at Wantagh Lanes. So there's your preface. I've also got my stat guy, James McCormick, to my side. He'll be keeping track of all the action today, and I'll be giving you active updates as everything goes along. But for now, we've got a lot going on both sides. Here's your shot of the St. Anthony's versus Kellenberg game. That was Kerry Callahan on the spare right there. And again, a crazy matchup between two sides. Here's the roll and just the 10 pin left for Kellenberg on that one. That was Liz Gallant on the bowl. Or excuse me, now it's Liz Gallant. She's got a 7. Here's the bowl. And that one goes gutter. Now St. Anthony's has their bowler up to the plate. Gallant gets a 2 to go along with her bowl. So now she's got a 9 and a 56 total. Here's the roll by Nicola Tutonico. It's off. She gets 9 out of the 10. Just 1 pin remaining as she looks for a spare. See the scorecards right up there. On this left side with Kellenberg, that was Riley Schneider. Getting 4 pins down, or excuse me, Riley Schneider currently up for Kellenberg. She's about to go for her bowl. She's got 6 pins up, 4 pins to knock down. Here's the bowl from Teutonico. For 1 pin, can't get it. Just barely off to the right. Now here's the roll from Schneider. All 4 pins down, it's a spare. Up and coming, that should be a 73 for Riley Teutonico. Stepping up right now is Emma Dolan of Kellenberg. Dolan, a 53 right now, a fresh set of 10. She gets 7. Only the 1, 2, and 4 left. Also got a bowl from Sophia Kang of St. Anthony's. Here she goes. 6 pins up, all 6 down. Make it a spare. She's at 71, looking at 81. Here comes the spare shot from Emma Dolan. It's off, and it knocks down all 3. 2 straight spares on both sides of the A. As for the B team, or excuse me, as for the A team, you've got Chloe Holstrom stepping up. She's got 9 pins down, just looking for 1, and she just barely rolls it in. A spare for Chloe Holstrom puts her at 49 plus the 10. Here's the bowl from Anthony's. That one gets 3 of 4. Liz Gallant, Kerry Callahan just coming up short on that one. As you're able to see on that left side, that TV is the B team for Kellenberg. On the right side, the TVs with, on the left TV, you've got CJ and G. That is the A team of Kellenberg and the A team of St. Anthony's. So those 2 are facing off. So you've got lanes 33 and 34, which are the St. Anthony's and Kellenberg B team. And then 35 and 36 are the A teams. St. Anthony's purely rolls out with 6 bowlers. Kellenberg have a more full squad. They have practice lanes, which they go to. Here's the bowl from Gallant. Can't knock him down, rather that was Nicola Teutonico. She ends with an open, that's 2-6. And for the A team, a spare on a 7 from Jenna Biscotti. Emma Dolan knocks down 8 of 10. She looks for her spare chance. On the other side, Shelby Reed. Now we move over to the other side, back to St. John's and St. Mary's. This is the bowl from Lily Penfield on the right side of your screen. She gets 9, 1 pin left up. The bowl from Mary's, it's Sam Arella. She leaves 5. She gets all 5 on the left side. ball just hooked a little bit too much there right at the end. Lily Penfield going for her 10. It's the 8-pin left up. The bull, and it's the 8-pin knocked down. She gets a spare to tag along to her 70. A very solid round here for Lily Penfield. Now here's the bowl for St. Anthony's. That was Samarella again. She hits down 3 of the 5, leaving it open. That'll be 8. She's bowling a 31 right now. Now up for St. John the Baptist is Alex Martinez, the left-hander. Here she goes. And it's a strike. She had a 41 now with that strike. She's got the potential of 71. If she does go spare or open on her next one, however, it'll just be 60 with that added 20 from the strike multiplier. The bowl from Abby Sullivan on this left side with St. Mary's. That one's a strike as well. An intense matchup on this right side. 174 to 165 is the score on total pins for A. As for B, it's 204 to 190. Here's the bowl from Mackenzie Petty. She hits down 9 of the 10 pins, only the 7-pin left to go. As for St. Mary's, that is a nice looking shot from Gail Lopez. She leaves up 3. St. Mary's retakes the lead of 179 to 174. The bowl from Mackenzie Petty now for St. John's B. She gets the whole right side off. However, that 1, 2, 4, and 7 pin are all still left remaining. Here's the bowl from Petty of St. John's Cougars B. 1 pin left to go. She knocks it down. As for Gail Lopez, she leaves 2 standing. And she knocks 1. So that'll be an 8. And there's a strike from Julia Aaron. Really nice shot right there. She's got a definite 69, possible 79, as she's currently bowling a 49. Bit of technical difficulties on this A lane right here. They just got to throw a pin to the back. So the scores go as follows. Right now on the A side of the St. John's versus St. Mary's matchup, it's 190-180. As for the B side, it is 216 to 227. St. John's up on both. They're looking at a potential 2 points right there. And along with those 2 points, A would be winning both lanes. So total pins and wins, they would get an immediate 4. That's a good looking round for St. John the Baptist. The bowl from Lily Penfield, that one knocks down 9. Penfield, the right-hander. Fun fact about Lily Penfield, her current averages, she averages just about 140, just under it. Her game high is 80 and a series high of 489 on this 2022-2023 season. She's currently got an 89 with 1 pin left to complete the spare. So she could be looking at a 209 right there. Here's a close-up of all the action on A. Again, St. John's up 208 to 189. Here's Penfield for her spare. She gets it. Penfield, the right-handed bowler, hits it with ease. As for the B side of St. John's, that's Mackenzie Petty. She hits her spare as well, just upping St. John's chances every day. And a gutter ball from Abby Sullivan will not do St. Mary's any justice right now. The current highest bowler on St. Mary's is Gail Lopez with an 84 through 6 frames. We got a bowl from Alex Martinez right here. Martinez throws, and she gets a perfect strike. I mean, that one was just textbook, right in between the 1 and 2 pins. Now here's the bowl from Sullivan. She gets down 8, only the 1 and the 9 pins left. Abby Sullivan of St. Mary's, just 2 pins left to go. Another pin malfunction in the lanes. There's just 1 left up right in the middle of the lane. That one is on the St. John's B team. Yes, the St. John's B is the way that these lanes go. 26 is all blinds for St. Mary's, then lane 27. That one is St. Mary's B team, or excuse me, St. John's B team. And then on lanes 28, or excuse me, on lanes 27 and 28, that is where you'll see St. Mary's A and St. John's A. Here's a bowl from Julia Aaron. That one gets 9 of 10. Just the 10 pin itself left to go. Or excuse me, that's the 9 pin. The bowl from Gail Lopez, a perfect strike to get them back in this. Gail Lopez bowling an incredible round right now through 7 frames. Julia Aaron to clean up the spare. Here she goes. Hits it just on the right side to knock it down. Now here's Samarella. Full set of 10, and you'll never see him again. Here's Penfield. She's got all 10 up and all 10 down. A confident run back to her seat. And this round just keeps looking better and better for St. John the Baptist on A. 285 pins through 3 rounds for St. John's B. They only need 16 more to take home a win on the B side. And the A side, it's a close matchup right now. Currently, St. John's is up 20 pins, but great rounds from both Abby Sullivan with a 94 and Gail Lopez with an 84. Just make this game look better and better. However, a 9 from St. John the Baptist just keeps making their chances look nice. We now transfer back to the St. Anthony's versus Kellenberg matchup, just to refresh your memory. When we left, Kellenberg was up on both sides, but currently the way it's rolling out, St. Anthony's is up 15 pins on the B team. Excuse me, that's on the A team. They're up 15 pins on the A team. As for the B team, excuse me, just trying to get a good look. It's a 216 on the right side, and what's looking like a 289 on the left side, which just became a 293. So, the left side bowlers are indeed the A-team bowlers of Kellenberg. If you were curious, Kellenberg has their B team bowling against St. Anthony's A team. That is on lane 1. And then Kellenberg also has their A team rolling against St. Anthony's B team. That's on lanes 36 and 37. Or excuse me, 35 and 36. Here's a bowl from Teutonico. She's got a 112 through 10, and she gets a strike. 2 more bowls to go. She's got a 132 in 10 frames. She's looking at a potential 162. As for the other 2 bowlers in that round, Sophia Kang right now bowling a 123. Or excuse me, that's Shelby Reed bowling a 123. Here's the second bowl from Teutonico. That one gets 7. So she will just have a spare opportunity to finish this game off. So currently a 27, looking for the 30. That would be 30 total to put her up at a 162. Then Shelby Reed at a 123 through 9. She had a strike on her last bowl, so that could come in handy, as she's looking at a potential 157 through 2 bowls. 2 more, that is. Teutonico just gets 1 on her spare attempt, so she ends with a 150 as she goes strike and then 8. Three straight strikes here. It's a turkey for Riley Schneider. Schneider still 1 more bowl to go. The bowl from Kang. It'll be a 7-10 along with a 4-6 split. Both simultaneously going on in lane 33. Here's the final roll from Riley Schneider. Schneider a fresh 10. She gets 5 of them down, or excuse me, 6. A very respectable score to end it, a 171 from Riley Schneider. Now here's the first bowl of the 10th frame, or excuse me, the second bowl of the 10th frame for Shelby Kang. She gets 2 down, and that'll end her round. She ends with a 149, along with her companion Nicolina along with her companion Nicola Teutonico, who has a 150. Only man left is Liz Gallant. We've also got Emma Dolan ready to bowl. She's got a 116 heading into frame 10 with a strike on frame 9. That's a potential 156. Here's the first one from Dolan. Leaves the 7, the 4, and the 6 up. So she's got 2 more bowls to end this off. Still technically looking at a 116. But now she has the potential. She has the potential of getting a 136 here. Here's the roll from Dolan. 1 pin knocked down. That'll make it an open 8. And that'll do it for her round. A 142 is what she ends with. And 2 straight 9s here from Kerry Callahan. That could come in clutch if she can knock down her final 3 with all strikes. That would make it a 5-bagger. Here's the first. A 9. Just 1 pin left up there. And that's the 4-pin, a tough one to get. As for St. Anthony's A, Liz Gallant, or excuse me, yes, Liz Gallant bowls an 8 on her first one of the 10th frame. So she's looking at a 118. Currently has potential for a 128. Here's Kerry Callahan with her second bowl. Can't get anything. She'll end with a 136. Here's the bowl from Gallant. For 2, gets 2. So she spares, and she's got one more chance at it to make that spare a 20 and to make the strike a 20 as well. I would put her at a 158 to end her round. A very impressive finish to what started as a mediocre round. Here's the bowl. 9 of 10. She ends with a 137. And that'll do it for round 1 of the B plus A side for St. Anthony's. Currently, Kellenberg at 449, St. Anthony's at 436. However, that 436 on the right is their A team, and the 449 is Kellenberg's B team. Then on the right side, you've got St. Anthony's B team and Kellenberg's A team. Currently, Kellenberg at a 373. Or excuse me, they're finishing up their round. So Kellenberg at a 316 right now. Sorry about that. Back on Kellenberg's A on the left side. They bowl in lane 35. The top bowler, that's Chloe Horstman. She's got a 154. Then Jenna Biscotti, a 111. Grace Pizzardi currently looking at a 110 with the full 10th frame to go. So she's got a 375 on the other side. That's St. Anthony's B team. That's a 306. Total 96 and 83 from Nicolina Johannesson, Sophia Kang, and Olivia Nader. Looking to finish off this round strong. The bowl from Pizzardi will leave one up. Here's a bowl from St. Anthony's B. And that one drops in the gutter right after. Will now be transferring all the way over to St. John the Baptist and St. Mary's. And this one is looking interesting right now. The A team on the right side, the B team on the left for St. Mary's. Currently, St. John the Baptist, a 432 total. And St. Mary's on the A, a 348. The B team match is finished. St. Mary's B with 3 blinds. They roll a perfect 300, but that's with 3 people, as each blind is 100. And then as for St. John the Baptist B, they finish with a 382, which would currently look better than St. Mary's A. So St. John the Baptist B does take home a win. So that's 1 point for the team. St. John the Baptist A looking to finish off this round strong, up nearly 100 pins. Here's the spare shot. At one good from Samarella. She's got one more bowl to add on to her current 71. Shot from Penfield. Leaves just the 8-pin standing, or the 9-pin that is. So she's got a 160. She can get a spare and then another strike. That would put her at a 180. Here's the roll from Sam Arella. That knocks down 7. And that's how she'll finish her round with an 88. So the top 2 bowlers for St. Anthony's right now, Abby Sullivan finishing off her round with frame number 10. As Penfield gets a spare and she'll get one more shot at it, but Abby Sullivan, a 128 right now, no bowls done in this 10th frame. So Sullivan is gonna have a fresh 10. Penfield gets her prize possession back. Lily Penfield, a 160, the final bowl of game 1. Here we go. Just couldn't fit it in between the 1 and 3. She leaves 7 up, but that's a beautiful round from Lily Penfield right there. A 177, that can compete with the men's side. As for Abby Sullivan, that's 5 pins. Or excuse me, that's only 3 pins. So she's got a 128, that's looking at a 131. She does spare this one out. That would be a 138. If she were to add a strike onto that spare, now we're looking at a 148. Kellenberg and St. Anthony's about to start up round 2. St. John the Baptist finishing up game 1. Here's Alex Martinez. She's got a 91. Martinez, the left-hander. The first one of the 10th frame gets down 9. She's got 127 right now. And it looks like St. John the Baptist, no matter what, will be taking home a win in game 1 on both ends. As Abby Sullivan gets down in total 9 of the 10. So that'll do her final frame. The scores for St. Anthony's for St. Mary's go as follows. Gail Lopez ends game 1 with a 140. Sam Arella ends with an 88. And Abby Sullivan a 137. As for St. John the Baptist, we're looking at 1 to 2 more bowls. Here's Alex Martinez with 1 pin up. She knocks that one down. She'll earn herself an extra ball. She's got a 147. We could be looking at a 167 here, James. Again, James McCormick to my right, the statistician for today's matchup. Alex Martinez for her final bowl of game 1. Looking to put the icing on the cake, get as many total pins as possible. Here's the roll. It hits, and it knocks down 5. She ends with a 162, puts her team at a total of 485. They finish 120 pins above St. Mary's A. And as for the B, they finished 80 pins above St. Mary's B. So currently it's a 2-0 lead for St. John the Baptist. And remember, if you score 5 or above here, that is an automatic win. So right now, St. John the Baptist looking like the favorite to head to the finals over on this Kellenberg versus St. Anthony's side. The left lane, lane 33 that is, with Kellenberg. Yeah, okay, so it stays the same, excuse me. So it does stay the same where it's Kellenberg's B team versus St. Anthony's A team. Kellenberg's B team, you've got Riley Schneider with a spare on her first frame. Here's her first bowl of the second frame. That one just doesn't hook enough at the end, only knocks down 4. Or excuse me, 3, even 2. Sorry about that. Her teammate Emma Dolan with a 9 open on her first frame. And then the third teammate of Kellenberg B, Carrie Callahan, a 9 spare on the first frame. So a total of 33 pins. The second bowl from Riley Schneider gets 5 down. She's looking at a 19 right now. Let's slash over to St. Anthony's A. It's Nicola Teutonico. She gets the 8 spare. That'll put 20 on the first frame as she got a strike. She's looking for another 20 on that second frame. As for Shelby Reed, she had a 7 spare on her first frame. She will be soon bowling. Emma Dolan on her second frame gets a strike. Now here's the bowl from Reed. That one just didn't curl enough in at the end. Makes contact with the 4-pin first, which is just not what you wanted to see on that one. She leaves 3 up. That's the 1, the 2, and the 5. Currently looking at a 17 on the first frame. And she could follow it up with a 7 spare, which would make it 20 total. Or excuse me, it would make her second frame 20 total, which would put her at a total of 37. The second one from Shelby Reed gets all 3. She's looking at a 17 on the first frame and a 7 spare on the second. So currently St. Anthony's up 65 to 62. Or excuse me, it's also St. Anthony's on that right side as well. That would be in lane 36. Here's the bowl from Jenna Biscotti. That one hits 7. The spare shot from Carrie Callahan, and that one's just a disappointment. A 9 open, putting her at a 28 through the first 2. Now here's the bowl from Jenna Biscotti. That one gets all 10. Or excuse me, that one gets all 3, putting her at a total of 10 for the second frame. It's a 7 spare. So she's looking at a 19 going into next round. On this left side here for St. Anthony's A, Nicola Teutonico has a 37 with a 7 added on to that from what she just bowled. Also got Riley Schneider with 6 up. Knocks down 3. So that'll give her a 26 through 3 frames. Here's the bowl from Teutonico. 3 pins up. 2 pins down. That one just slightly disappointing. All the oohs and ahs coming from this St. Anthony's crowd. 46 is the score for Teutonico through 3 frames. Now up is Shelby Reed. She's got a 17 with a 7 spare. With 2 7 spares through the first 2. The bowl from Emma Dolan is a strike. That's 2 in a row. Here's Reed. She gets 8 of the 10. Just leaving up the 2 and the 4. The total pin count for St. Anthony's A right now is at 107. As for St. Anthony's B, it's at 83. But Kellenberg's A lacking right now, only at 62. So St. Anthony's up 30 pins, now 40 as they go 109 to 70. However, the Kellenberg B team in good shape right now, up 10 pins. Here's the bowl from Carrie Callahan. It's a strike. Shot from Liz Gallant. Hits 7. That only leaves the 7, the 10, and the 6 up there. Bull from St. Anthony's B. That was Shelby Reed on that one with a strike. As for St. Anthony's A, they have a total of 123 right now, a 46 from Teutonico, a 35 from Shelby Reed, and a 32 from Liz Gallant. Here's the fresh set of 10 shot from Teutonico. She leaves 5 up there. As for Kellenberg B, nice shot from Riley Schneider, leaving just the 5 pin up. In total, Kellenberg B against St. Anthony's B, they're up 10 pins. Here's a shot from Teutonico. The spare shot gets 3. You know, a 7-10 split there, it's just difficult to get all 5 pins down when you have 3 on the left side, 2 on the right side, and ultimately a 7-10 split, the hardest shot in all of bowling. It's almost pure luck at some point. So she does get her 3, takes the majority, and Shelby Reed tops that one off with a strike in frame 4. She's got a 55 with the potential at an 85 through 5 frames, if she is to follow that up with a strike. Emma Dolan looking for the turkey on frame 4. Can't get it, she only leaves 2 up there. Liz Gallant up for St. Anthony's A. Emma Dolan looking for spare on B. Here's the roll. Looking for that left corner, and she hits them both down. An 8 spare to end off frame 4. Kellenberg B at 140 pins. St. Anthony's B at 112. Now flashing over to St. Mary's versus St. John the Baptist. St. John the Baptist currently up 2-0. And Gail Lopez unable to finish off the spare with 2 pins left up. Here's a shot from Aaron. Aaron with 3 up, gets all 3 down. As for the B side of St. John the Baptist, are currently down 80-90. However, St. Mary's has bowled their 3rd frame with their 3 blinds. St. John the Baptist hasn't finished off their 3rd frame just yet. Penfield hits a 9 on her 3rd frame. Sam Orella looking to finish her 6 off. She's got 4 up on lane 29. Here's the roll. She gets 3 of 4, unable to bounce it off the back curtain and get the last one down. Here's the bowl from Penfield, and that one just could not hook back in. It'll go out of play in the gutter. Nice shot from Abby Sullivan right there. She gets herself a strike. That's her second of this round. And 3 straight 10s on the board for Abby Sullivan. Here's the bowl from St. John the Baptist B. That's Mackenzie Petty. She grabs 9. St. John the Baptist A currently down to St. Mary's by 6 pins. It's 119 to 113. But that bowl from Alex Martinez, the spare will put them right back up. Now here's the bowl from Julia Aaron. It's a clean strike. Now we've got Mia Santiago for the B team. And that's a strike. Santiago with her first strike of the round. And that was a perfectly placed shot. Right between the 1 and 3 for the right-hander. Gail Lopez with a 9 open, a 7 and 2 on her 2 bowls. Now here's Lily Penfield, currently with a 37. That one just couldn't hook back in. 3 pins left up. That's the 1, the 2, and the 7. Or excuse me, not the 7, the 8. Arella knocks 3 down on frame 4. The bowl from Mackenzie Petty. She goes 8 open. Currently St. John the Baptist with a 133 on B and a 150 for St. Mary's on B. The bowl from Shea Wallace to get her last 2. Nothing. Now here's Arella. Gutter ball with 7 left up there, and that's a big hit when you're already down 12 pins and a point on Team A. Here's the bowl from Alex Martinez. She gets 6 of her 10. A very solid crowd out here in Wantagh lanes. Parents and fans, fill up the stands as we are in the semifinals of the NSCHSGAA bowling semifinals. On the left side, St. John the Baptist Cougars versus the St. Mary's Gales. And on the right side, the Kellenberg Firebirds versus the St. Anthony's Friars. Alex Martinez converts her spare. She's got a 55 going, looking at a potential 75 depending on her next frame. Abby Sullivan finishes off her 9. Now she's potentially looking at an 80 with a 60 right now on the 4th frame. Through 4, that is. Gail Lopez up to bowl for St. Mary's. Mackenzie Petty on St. John's B. Gets 8 of 9, almost could have been 9 of 10. Now here's a bowl from Julia Aaron. That one hits all 10. Her second straight strike. She's looking for a turkey on her next one. She's got a 38 with 2 strikes through 5 frames. 2 strikes on 2 consecutive, which were her last 2 frames, that is. You can see it up top on your screen, that J right there on the right side. 2 straight after an 8-1, a 6-3, and a 7 spare. Only been getting better. The bowl from Shay Wallace. She gets 7 pins. Here's Lily Penfield's shot. Just leaves 1 up. Now the shot from Arella. That one's headed straight for the gutter, leaves all 10 up. Now the shot from Santiago knocks 3 down. Here we go. Penfield with the 10. Can't hit it. A 9 open for Lily Penfield. She's got a 54 through 5 frames. Just finishing up halfway through game 2. We've got Sam Araya for St. Mary's. All 10 up, all 10 down. A strike for Arella after leaving all 10 up there. That'll count as a spare. Here's the bowl from Alex Martinez. She gets a strike to end off her 5th frame. Now here's a bowl from Petty on the left side. She knocks down 7. Abby Sullivan in her 5th. Gets 7 of 10. Just barely leaving 3. Sullivan with 7 up there, getting a quick lesson, or a quick talking to, in the best way possible, before this bowl. Mackenzie Petty, a 7 spare to end off Team B's halfway point. Here's Sullivan. 3 pins up, and she hits it right in the middle to get all 3 down. That'll mark halfway on Team A. For St. Mary's and St. John the Baptist, we head back over to Kellenberg versus St. Anthony's. And this B team, 33 and 34. Got Kerry Callahan. She gets 9 down. It's Olivia Nader. Her bowl with 1 pin up. It's good. One pin up for Callahan, can't hit it. So very close, yet so very far. As for Team A, 208 are down for Kellenberg's A. I believe that's 247 for St. Anthony's A. Back to the B side. Teutonico with 2 up, converts. Sophia Kang gets a strike for Team A, for Team B. St. Anthony's have a straight 6 bowlers. Kellenberg have a little extra. They roll 3 in the practice lanes, or rather 6 in the practice lanes. As for Shelby Reed, she can't finish off her 6. So she'll go, she gets 6 on the first bowl. Still got 4 up there on frame 10. Currently for Kellenberg, it's Riley Schneider with a 110 on B. Emma Dolan with a 115 on the same, and Kerry Callahan leading the Team B pack with a 125. As for St. Anthony's Team A, it's Nicola Teutonico with a 119, Shelby Reed with a 139, looking for more on this bowl right here. She gets 3 of the 4, and that'll put her at a 167 total after 3 straight strikes prior to that 9. Now finishing it off, it's Liz Gallant. Currently with a 90, but a 9 spare on her last one puts her at a potential 110 if she's to get a strike right here. This is through 9 frames. St. Anthony's A running it up here. A fresh 10 pins. Liz Gallant gets 10. Gets 7 of 10. So with 3 left up, let's see how Liz Gallant can finish frame 9. Gallant finishes off the spare. Looking at a 107, but that spare on the last one could put her at a 117, or a 127 if she's to get a strike on her next frame. A strike or a spare, that is. Here's the bowl by Teutonico. She leaves just 1 up, and that's the 5 pin right dead center. As for Kellenberg B, Riley Schneider knocks down 8 on her first bowl of the final frame. Teutonico with just the 5. Hits it. She gets one more bowl on her final frame. Here's the bowl from Schneider to get a spare. And she does. She earns herself an extra roll as well. An extra roll, excuse me. Here's the bowl from Horstman with 1 pin up. She knocks it down. That'll be an 8, or an 8 spare on that one. Teutonico with a fresh 10, knocks down 8 of them. And that'll be it for the St. Anthony's round on Team A. As for Schneider, she hits 9 of 10. And that'll be it for her round. So Teutonico ends with 156 on game 2. We're just waiting on this one graphic. Yes, Riley Schneider, a 129 on game 2 for Team B of Kellenberg. Again, Teutonico part of Team A. Here's Emma Dolan. Potential 3 bowls left to go. She would max out at 154. So 30 possible pins as she steps up to the plate for her final. We'll take a look over at Shelby Reed. Before that, 10 pins up, 8 of them down. She did get a strike on her first bowl of the 10th frame, so now she has one more chance at a spare. That will put her at a 197. The bowl from Dolan leaves 3. It's the 9, the 10, and the 5, or excuse me, the 6. So a 7, she can get a spare, she gets herself one more ball. Here's Reed. Knocks down 1 of 2. So that'll do it for her final round. She ends with a 186. Dolan could be her last bowl of game 2, but she keeps it alive. Dolan has a 7 spare going. As for the other side, Kellenberg's second team going on their 8th frame currently. St. Anthony's A team in the middle of their 8th frame. The third roll from Dolan knocks them all down. She ends with a 144, currently leading Team B of Kellenberg. That puts them at a total of 408. Which currently towers above Kellenberg's A. Here's Kerry Callahan. She's at a 125 with a strike on frame 9. Gallen also rolls an 8 on her first frame. Callahan gets 8 of her own on her first bowl of the 10th. When I say first frame, by the way, for Liz Gallant, that does mean her first bowl of the 10th frame. Here's her second bowl, looking for spare. Can't get one. That was not a kind split right there. A 5-10, couldn't convert. Here's the roll from Callahan. Gets 1, and that'll do it for her 10th frame, so she's gonna end with a 153. So the final scores for Kellenberg Team A and St. Anthony's, or excuse me, Kellenberg Team B and St. Anthony's Team A. Kellenberg B has a 426 on game 2, and St. Anthony's Team A is a 475 on their game 2. So a competitive 2 games here. We'll get you the score of each one fairly soon, but we're gonna flash back here to St. Mary's versus St. John the Baptist. As for this matchup, currently St. John the Baptist up 330 to 285, and 4 straight strikes from Alex Martinez will put them up much bigger than that. Alex Martinez with a 4-bagger heading into round 9. St. Mary's Team A has a 291 right now. You can see it right here. Alex Martinez, that bottom right, she's got a 4-bagger going. And as for the left side with St. Mary's, it's Abby Sullivan stepping up to the plate, a current 110. Here's the roll with 4 pins up. That one falls in the gutter. A tough break for St. Mary's. As for the B team, they're on frame 10, but they have already won on B. They're up 330 to 300 right now. And with 3 blinds, that score for St. Mary's is not going to change. As for Team A, that's where it gets a little bit more competitive. Both teams currently starting up frame 9. Here's Gail Lopez. She gets 8 of 10, leaving up the 5 and the 7. So St. John the Baptist up 3-0. If they can win on Team A, that would put them up 4. If they win either of their next 2, that is Team A and Team B, that would lock them in for a win. Gail Lopez, 8 down, 2 up, and she gets both of them. An incredible shot on the 5-10 split to end frame 9 with a spare. As for Julia Aaron, she gets down 3 of 4, and that 4th one just barely stays up. Aaron goes into frame 10 with a 119, and now here comes Lily Penfield. Bit of technical difficulties on this side. There is a pin left in frame 27. Or excuse me, that is lane 28. 2 pins right in the gutter. They get shoved to the side, and we're right back to action. St. John the Baptist Team B has Mackenzie Petty up. She's got an 83 with a fresh 10th frame to go. Petty's first. Gets 9 of 10. Here goes Sam Araya. On frame 8, or excuse me, frame 9, gets 9. Now we've got Penfield. Fresh 10, gets 10. Here's the potential spare shot from Mackenzie Petty. She can't knock it down, and that'll end her round on game 2. She ends with a 92. Again, St. John the Baptist take home a TB win, up 3-0 right now over St. Mary's here in the bowling semifinals. Here's the shot from Alex Martinez, and she gets a strike on frame 9, and that is nice to have going into 10. Or excuse me, I'm looking at the wrong side. That's 5 straight strikes for Alex Martinez. It only shows a 75 up there, but that will end up being way more than that. Again, 5 straight strikes. And depending on what that 10th frame looks like, it could be a massive round for St. John the Baptist and almost secure them. She could end with a 255 if she bowls all 3 as strikes. Abby Sullivan gets 2 down. And in the 9th frame, she gets an 8 spare, putting her at 116. So again, currently Alex Martinez's max is 255 here. Here's Julia Aaron on the 10th frame, all 10. And she's got 2 more bowls. Here's Gail Lopez on the 10th. Her first roll gets 7 of 10. And St. John the Baptist have just been dominating today's matchup. Here's the second from Aaron. Just barely gets, or excuse me, just barely cannot get 10. She gets a spare opportunity with 9. Gail Lopez with 3 pins up, looking for a spare. If she gets it, she gets 1 extra bowl on the 10th frame, and she does. Here's the roll from Aaron. Aaron hits the no-oil zone and knocks it down for a 20 on the final frame. Now you've got Lily Penfield, who's going to step up to the plate once Gail Lopez is all done. Lopez going to take her time, and Penfield to bowl first. Here we go. It's a strike. First bowl of the 10th frame for Penfield. Gets all 10. Now here's Lopez. Fresh 10, 9 down. She won't be able to finish that off. That will end her round. Lily Penfield looking for her 3rd straight. 3rd straight strike, that is. Here comes Penfield. The roll. She gets down 9. So she does have a spare opportunity. That could put her at a 140, which would be higher than Julia Aaron's 139. First bowl of the 10th frame for Arella. Right down the pipe. Knocks down 6. Leaves 4 up there. If she is to spare, then she would get an extra bowl. Lily Penfield spares on her 9. She does end with a 140. And now all that's left is Alex Martinez. Can she finish off this game with strikes? She's got a 5-bagger right now. This could be huge as she waits for her strike ball to pick it up. Here's Arella on her second bowl. No spare, no second shot. And she knocks down 2 of the 4, so that'll do it. She ends with a 104. As for the other side, Alex Martinez. A huge roll right here. Potentially a 255. Here it is. She gets 9, but just can't get 6 straight strikes. Very impressive nonetheless, and if she is to get a spare here, then she would get herself 1 extra bowl. Here's Abby Sullivan for her first of the 10th. A 14.5-mile-an-hour shot that knocks down 8 of 10. And here comes Martinez. She spares here again. She gets herself 1 extra bowl. She's got a 194 going right now. Absolutely incredible from the Team A Maestro. In fact, Alex Martinez secured MVP for the season with the highest average. Her high game is 223 and her high series is 583 of this season. She just has an average of 158 as a sophomore. Here's the bowl. Can she get spare? It curls back in and hits the 1 pin up. She earns herself 1 extra. She's got a 214. And with a strike right here, she would just barely edge out her high game of 223. She would end with a 224 if she is to strike out here. Strike out in the best way possible, that is. Abby Sullivan has an 8 spare going. She's got a 134. Very impressive round from the Team A of St. Mary's. They end with 380, but this one's been blown out of the water. Here's Martinez. It's a strike. A 234 to end it. And that's a season high. Could it have come at a better time? Here's Sullivan to end off her round. All 10 up. Gets 9 down. Alex Martinez. Scenes for Team A of St. John the Baptist. There is the final score. St. John the Baptist edge out St. Mary's 513 to 389 through 2 games. They're up 4-0 over St. Mary's. And they'll have 1 team talk before this season is potentially over. Now we take a look back at St. Anthony's versus Kellenberg. The scores we're looking at right now on Team B. On Team B for Kellenberg, that is. Excuse me, we've got Riley Schroeder. Excuse me, I know I've been saying Schneider. I have been corrected. Unfortunately, it was listed as Schneider on an official copy that we saw. But it is Riley Schroeder, and currently she's got an 8 with an 8 spare in the second frame. So she's looking at an 18, potentially a 28. Shelby Reed's first bowl of the third game, or excuse me, her third bowl technically of the third game, is a 9. She could finish that 1 pin off, leave her with an 8-1 and then a 9 spare through 2 frames. Team B for Kellenberg at 35. Team B for Anthony's at 53. Team A for Kellenberg at 38. Team A for Anthony's at a 58. So they're up on both sides. Kellenberg won game 1 on B as well as game 2 on B, so that's 2 up. However, they lost both on A. So currently we're tied at 2-2 here on lanes 33 through 36. Emma Dolan looks to strike her 1 pin down. She gets it. Gives her a 9 spare for the second frame, which puts Kerry Callahan up to bowl. The bowl from Liz Gallant gets 9. She had a strike on her first one. She finishes this one off with a spare. That's a 29 for the first 2. Or excuse me, that would be a flat 30, I believe, and she does knock it down. So with that 9 spare, puts her at 20. My mistakes. So St. Anthony's Team A at 79, Team B at 59, Kellenberg Team A at 58, Team B at 53. Could this be Team B for Kellenberg's first loss of the night? Could this be St. Anthony's on a 3rd win straight? Here's the bowl from Schroeder. Leaves 3 up. Schroeder picks up her spare ball. The roll hits 2 with 3. That'll be a 9 for frame 3, puts her at 34 total. Kellenberg currently up on total pins. St. John's also up on total pins, so if the game were to end right now, Kellenberg and St. John's would advance to the final. It's looking good for St. John's, though. They're up 4-0 with the pin advantage. So as long as they don't crumble in this final round, they could cruise to a championship spot. But Kellenberg still have a lot to play for in this final one. Both of these two teams, both Team A and Team B, have got to step it up if they want to punch themselves in to the chip. The Super Bowl of bowling, I guess one could say. Hope you see what I did there. I don't know. I don't know. Might have made that confusing. Emma Dolan knocks down her spare. That's a 7 spare. With a 25 plus the 10 that she's currently looking at, that could be a 35. Let's say she strikes on her next one. That's a 45. Here's the bowl from Shelby Reed with 1 up. And that one is knocked down. Reed goes 9 spare back to back. She's looking at a potential 48. Here goes the bowl from Kerry Callahan She gets a strike on her third frame. Puts her at a 29. If she can go back-to-back strikes, she was looking at a 59. Liz Gallant knocks down 7. She does have a 7-10 split along with a 6-pin left up. If I'm Liz Gallant here, I'm just going to that right side, firing it off as hard as possible. Maybe you get a lucky bounce off the back curtain. But you know what? As long as you get 2, you're fine, and she does get 2. That shot a little bit off to the left. She didn't expect it to hook as much as it did. You know, as soon as that hits the bottom of the oil pattern, that one's going right. And she just didn't expect it right at the end, but she does luck it out. Here's Nicola Teutonico. Her first one of the 4th. Gets 8. As for Riley Schroeder, she leaves 1 up there. On frame 4. Rather, she does leave 2 up. I just, unfortunately, cannot see the second one. A little bit buried in that bottom left corner. Teutonico knocks down her 2. Or excuse me, Riley Schroeder does just have 1 left. Mixed up the 2 TVs. They have switched lanes, so now Kellenberg is on 34 and St. Anthony's is on 33. Whereas prior, St. Anthony's Team A was on 34 and Kellenberg's B was on 33. Here goes the bowl from Reed. All 10 up, all 10 down. A strike from Reed puts her at a potential 78 for her first 4 frames. The bowl from Dolan gets 8 of 10. As for Team A of Kellenberg, they have 103 total pins. Now they have 119 as Grace Pizzardi just got an 8. Looking for her spare opportunity very, very soon. Here's Pizzardi's bowl. Gets 1. So she does leave that one open. She's got a current 48 through 3 frames. Kellenberg shapes up at a 121 through 3 on Team A. As for Team B, they've got a 135, looking at even higher as Kerry Callahan steps up for Team B. Liz Gallant looking to build on St. Anthony's is 154. Here's her roll. Knocks nearly all down. Leaves just the 4-pin up. However, Kerry Callahan responds and hits her with a strike. Liz Gallant finishes off her 9 with a spare. Here comes the bowl from Anthony's Team B, and that's a gutter ball from Nicolina Johannesson. Here comes Schroeder on the 5th. Grabs 8 of 10. Here's the bowl from Teutonico. To start off the 5th frame for Anthony's, only gets 4. Schroeder down the lane, that one As the oil gets lower, that ball just keeps on hooking. And she goes gutter for an 8 open. She's got a 60 now through 5. Nice shot right there by Jenna Biscotti on Team A for Kellenberg. She goes 6 spare. Here's the spare shot from Teutonico, leaves 2 up. So that's gonna go 4-4. Currently sitting at a 62 for St. Anthony's. However, their total pin count, 176 on Team A, and only 144 for Kellenberg's Team A. As for Emma Dolan, she starts this one off. She starts her 5th frame off for Kellenberg Team B on game 3 with a 9. Just to refresh all your memories, Kellenberg currently tied 2-2, but they do have a pin advantage that is in totality. So currently, game ends now. Kellenberg advances. However, this game 3 is looking crucial for St. Anthony's. As for the other side, St. Mary's and St. John the Baptist. St. John the Baptist, the heavy favorite to move on right now. They're down 121 to 107 on A. However, on Team B, they're up 135 to 120, and all they need is 1 point to advance. That would make it impossible for St. Mary's to come back. Here's the roll from Gallant. Just leaves the 5. Kerry Callahan can't finish off her spare. She goes 5-4 on frame 5. She's got an 82. Leads Team B of Kellenberg by 20. Gallant finishes off her spare, goes 9 spare on frame 5. Now we start frame 6 on both ends. That is for both Kellenberg Team B and St. Anthony's Team A. As for Kellenberg's Team A, currently got Chloe Horstman up. She goes 8-1 on the start of frame 5. That'll bring up Jenna Biscotti. Team B for St. Anthony's also on the 5th frame. And there's a strike from Riley Schroeder. That's a great way to start off frame 6 for Kellenberg. You need a comeback here. Currently, you're up 213 to 172 on B. But Team A is down by nearly 50 pins. Or excuse me, that's nearly 40. Here's a roll from Shelby Reed. That knocks down 8 and 10, leaves her a 5-10 split. A 7-10 split on lane 34 for Emma Dolan. And the classic here, bowl it as hard as you can at 1 and just hope it takes a lucky bounce. This one does not. She does get 1 of 2, though. Gives her a 9 on frame 6, leaving her at 70 total. Riley Schroeder at 60 total with a strike on frame 6, which is the most recent. Also an 82 is what we're looking at from Kerry Callahan right now. As for Team A, Grace Pizzardi leaves 3 up there on frame 5. Kerry Callahan with a strike. A beautiful bowl to finish off game 6. Liz Gallant responds. A strike of her own on frame 6. And that puts St. Anthony's in a comfortable cruising position with Team A up 40 pins right now. However, they are a full frame ahead. Here's the bowl from Teutonico. Leaves up the 1, 2, and 7. Excuse me, 8. Schroeder steps up and knocks down 7 of her own. She leaves up the 1, 3, and 8. Or, excuse me, the 9. A great day of bowling here for the CHSAA semifinals. Kellenberg versus St. Anthony's on the right. St. John the Baptist versus St. Mary's on the left. Schroeder's got 3 to go. Teutonico hits 2 of her 3 up, so she's got an 88 heading into frame 10. Schroeder can only knock down can knock down 2 of 3, putting her at an 88. So Team A of St. Anthony's and Team B of Kellenberg, their top 2 bowlers currently tied at 88. Here's the bowl from Shelby Reed of Team A for St. Anthony's. She gets 6. She's happy with it. Rather, she gets 7. Here's Shelby Kang, or excuse me, Sophia Kang of St. Anthony's B. She gets 9. Emma Dolan of Kellenberg B gets herself 7. Currently, the scores are looking like Kellenberg is down 50 pins on A and up 50 pins on B. So if they do go 4-4, it would come down to total pin count, unless we see something interesting happen here in these last 3 to 4 frames. Dolan knocks down 1 of her 3. She's got a 78 heading into frame 8. Kerry Callahan, strike on frame 6, looking to go back-to-back. Here's Gallant's bowl. Gallant goes strike, and then on this one, she gets a 9 with just the 8 pin left. Kerry Callahan, 2 straight strikes. That puts her at a potential 132 through 7 frames. However, the 8th, 9th, and 10th are not accounted for in that calculation. Just 3 frames to go on 33 and 34. And we'll flash back to St. John the Baptist and St. Mary's just to refresh your memory. St. John the Baptist still up on B, however, they're still down by 10 on A. Both teams currently in their 5th frame on their 2nd bowler, right after Gail Lopez is going to take her 2nd shot with 1 pin up. Here's the roll, and she knocks it down. Make it a 56, potentially 66 for Gail Lopez through 5. Here's Penfield. That's a nice strike to get the momentum up and running, and St. John the Baptist has officially retaken the lead on A. So, St. John the Baptist looking to go 6-0 on that one. As for the other side, St. Anthony's still up on A. However, now down just a little bit less on B. Here comes Gallant. She knocks down 9, but she wanted that 10th pin. Leaves the 9 up there. The roll from Carrie Callahan. Can't knock down 10 herself. She leaves the 7 pin up. Callahan bowling a 111, Gallant a 124, make it a 144 with that spare. Or excuse me, a 134, potentially a 144 with that spare. If she does get 2 straight strikes, that would put her at a 144 on the 9 spare. And then a 204 to end it if she gets 2 straight strikes, which would include, or excuse me, which would not include her 2 extra bowls on the 12th. Teutonico gets all 10. Exactly what St. Anthony's needed on A. Kellenberg B keeps on firing though. Riley Schroeder gets 9 of 10. Grace Pizzardi gets a 7-1 on her 7th frame. Just a frame and a half to go with St. Anthony's A and Kellenberg's B. Whereas on St. Anthony's B and Kellenberg's A, we got effectively, not effectively, we got 3 full frames left. Shelby Reed, after a strike on her 7th frame, or excuse me, a strike on her 8th frame, gets 9 on her 9th frame with the potential at a spare. Here's the spare ball from Reed. It's good. She knocks down her 1 pin. She's got a 119. Just Liz Gallant to go for St. Anthony's A in the 9th frame. Here's the second shot from Dolan. It was a 9 spare for Schroeder, but it's just a 9 open for Dolan. Carrie Callahan's gonna step up. She had 2 straight strikes. Last frame, a 9 spare. Now let's see what she can do on her 9th frame. Liz Gallant to bowl. First bowl of the 9th. It's a 9. Just the 10 pin left. And Carrie Callahan gets herself another strike. That's 4 in this, or excuse me, 5 in this round alone. She's bowling a 151 heading into number 10. You can see those scores. There's Team A of Team A of Kellenberg and Team B of St. Anthony's, and on this one, or excuse me, that one that you just saw was Team A of Anthony's and Team B of Kellenberg and Team B. Excuse me. The one that you just saw was Team B of St. Anthony's and Team A of Kellenberg. The one on that left side right there is Team B of Kellenberg and Team A of St. Anthony's. Riley Schroeder at a 115. She has an 8 on her first one. Just 2 pins up. As for Teutonico, she's got a 7 on her final frame with 3 pins up. She can spare, she gets another. Here's Teutonico. Heading straight for that left side, only gets 1. And that'll do it for her final frame. She ends with a 134, bringing up Shelby Reed. As for Schroeder, can she get another bowl? She does. It'll be an 8 spare with another roll of the ball coming up. Shelby Reed yet to bowl. As for St. John the Baptist, they do officially win on B. Therefore, they will advance to the championship as they get 5 points total. Schroeder's round comes to a close with a 9. Here comes Reed. She gets a 9 of her own. Just 1 pin left to go. Or excuse me, Riley Schroeder's round did end with a 9, so she gets a 134. Same with Nicole Teutonico. She has a 134 for St. Anthony's A. Schroeder on Kellenberg B. Emma Dolan to bowl for Kellenberg B, but first off, we've got Shelby Reed of St. Anthony's A. A 9 on her first of the 10th frame, and a spare to earn herself yet another roll before this game is all wrapped up. Here's the first one from Dolan on the 10th. She gets a 7. If she can knock down all 3, she gets another. Here comes Shelby Reed with her final of the game. She claims 7 of her own. She ends with that was 8. She gets a 156 to put her game to a close. And here comes Dolan. First off, it's Kang of St. Anthony's B. She knocks down 9. Here's Dolan with 3 up. Gets all 3 down. Kellenberg. Kellenberg up 401 to 309 on B. But as for A, Kellenberg is down 442 to 389, to 323. That one's in favor of the Friars. So right now we're looking at 3-3. Then it's going to come down to total pins on both A and B. That's 1 point each. And then a total pins. And that'll ultimately decide it if it is to end the way that we're looking at right now. Dolan gets a 9 on her final spin. She ends with a 115. Now it's Kerry Callahan. First, though, it's Jenna Biscotti. She knocks down them all. A strike on frame 9. Here comes Gallant. Gallant leaves 2. So her first bowl of frame 10 is an 8. The first bowl of frame 10 for Callahan is a 9. That was a nice one right there. Can she go 9 spare and then get another bowl for herself on frame 10? Here comes Gallant. Hits the split. It was a 6-10, and she knocked them both down. That'll do it. Or excuse me. Gallen does earn herself one extra bowl. Kerry Callahan could potentially have her last bowl right here. Does she knock her one pin down? And yes, she does. Here's Liz Gallant. Her bowl, the final of the game for Gallant. Make it a strike. What a way to end. And she gets a 172 to lead Team A to victory. Or a potential victory, at least. It is still in the cards for Kellenberg A. Callahan. Nearly perfect. Just a little bit far off. And she knocks down 6. Far off meaning a little bit too deep in on pin 3. So she does get 6, getting them a 187. She ends with a 436. As for the Team A, Team B matchup on the right side, Nicolina Johannesson has an 8 spare, and she earns herself one extra bowl with a 182 going right now. Here comes Chloe Horstman. She gets 1, and she'll end her round with a 95. The bowl from Johannesson gets the strike. She has a 172, and it's a 359 for Team B of Anthony's. This could be crucial. Here comes Jenna Biscotti. Could be her last bowl of the 10th frame. Excuse me, before we have Biscotti, we have Sophia Kang. Kang, a fresh 10th frame. She knocks down 8, leaving just the 1 and 3 up. Here comes Biscotti. A 3 on her first, 7 pins are up right now. Can she knock him down? No. Leaves the 5 up there. And it is officially impossible for Team A to make a comeback on St. Anthony's. Team B could still win this, however. A 367 right now as Kang can't complete the spare. Kellenberg's B had a 436. So with 3 straight strikes, this one is still out of the cards for St. Anthony's Team B. Therefore, it would come down to total pin count, and that could be intense. We will get an update very soon for you guys. You can see it right here. These are the practice lanes of Kellenberg, but as for Team B lanes, 377 for St. Anthony's Team B and 363 for Kellenberg Team A. As Grace Pizzardi can't convert on her final frame, she has 1 bowl left. Or excuse me, the person with 1 bowl left is Olivia Nader. Here she goes. 4 pins, or 1 pin up, 1 pin down. The total pin count now incoming. We're just gonna see how this one goes. Waiting on our stat man right here, James McCormick, who's gonna add it all up for us. No pressure, James, but this is a tall task. excuse me, there is one more bowl left to go. As Olivia Pizzardi, or excuse me, as Olivia Nader did 9 spare. So here's her final bowl of the round. She knocks down 8. That could be massive. And the match officially ends. The total pin count for St. Anthony's A, 1373. The total pin count for Kellenberg A was 1110. So, St. Anthony's goes up 3-4. We're just waiting on Team B. St. Anthony's wins Team B, then this one's all over. But if Kellenberg wins it, then we go to the total pins. We also would like to, before I get to that actually, St. John the Baptist wrapping up their game. They're in the 9th frame. St. John the Baptist will 100% be advancing to the championship. No doubt about it, but you gotta play it out no matter what. The final pin count. Here it goes. James, what do we got? 13-11 for Kellenberg, 10-36 for St. Anthony's. We have to go to a total pin count. So it'll be 1373 plus 1036. That's 2449. So about 2450 for St. Anthony's. As for Kellenberg, it's 1311 plus 1110. $24-21. St. Anthony's win it by 30 pins. And they advance to the Women's Bowling Championship to face off against St. John the Baptist. A thriller here in Wantagh Lanes, and all this championship reminds me of is the fact that we have got games tomorrow. It is the finals, both boys and girls. We'll eventually get our word on what happened in the boys, but as for the girls, St. John the Baptist will face off against St. Anthony's. And the Kellenberg Firebird girls bowling season comes to a close. St. Mary's has 3 more frames until their season is all wrapped up as well. Again, just a thrilling end here in Wantagh Lanes. And also, again, we want to plug, tomorrow we will be right back here for the bowling finals. St. Anthony's and Kellenberg both played phenomenal games as Gail Lopez hits 7 pins, and now she will have 3 left to go. Here's Julia Aaron to get her 9 spare before one more bowl, and she does it. We have a potential 14 extra bowls left here tonight. And what a match it has been. 4 matches total, the whole Chaminade Sports Broadcasting team on all games. Here's Julia Aaron. She gets 7 to end off her round. She'll end with a 140. Now that'll bring up Lily Penfield. But before Penfield, Gail Lopez hits one of her 2, and she ends with a 149. It is still possible that St. Mary's take home a point here. They're down 418 to 392. Both teams 2 frames left. 2 bowlers with a frame left each. Here's Penfield on her first of the 10th. She gets 8. Now here's Arella. Ten pins up, 8 pins down. She leaves up the 1, or excuse me, she leaves up the 5 and the 8. Penfield converts on the spare, and she gets 1 more bowl to victory. Arella has 1 to 2 more bowls herself. Let's see what she can do with 2 pins up right here. Here it is, and it just barely falls in the gutter. Arella's round will finish at a 135. Penfield finishes off her round with a 9 and a total of 186 pins. Here's Abby Sullivan on her final round, or final frame rather. She gets 6. If Penfield, or excuse me, if Sullivan can knock down all 4 of her pins left, she would get 1 extra. But first, it's Alex Martinez. It's Alex Martinez to finish this one off. Again, if you're just tuning in, St. Anthony's versus Kellenberg resulted in a St. Anthony's girls win. Kellenberg's season ended, and they take their team portrait right now. So St. Anthony's punched their ticket to the final. Sullivan knocks down 3, and that'll do it for her season. She ends with a 142. Now here's Martinez. Martinez, if she gets her spare, gets 1 extra ball. She's got the 1, 3, 6, and 10 up. Here she goes. The bull gets 2 of them. And that'll finish off the season for St. Mary's. St. John the Baptist have 1 game left, and that is the championship. St. John the Baptist sweep 9-0 in their game. And I mean, St. Anthony's and Kellenberg could not have been much closer. That one ended 5-4. That'll do it here from Wantagh Lanes. We want to thank everybody involved in this broadcast, both the T&D Sports crew and also Chaminade Sports Broadcasting. I'm John Baccio, here with James McCormick as my stats man. We want to invite you to come back for the final tomorrow. We'll be broadcasting both the boys and girls, so we'll see how that all goes. Again, I'm John Baccio. Thank you again for coming. Have a great night, everybody. All right.